My name is BG-183. I represent a company or a crew called TATS CRU, and I've been doing, with them almost like 30 years. How I came up with my name, BG-183, basically, back then I used to play a lot of softball. And during that time, they just say, yo, bring the batters in, bring the batters in. So that name got stuck when I was writing graffiti, so I needed to come up with a name. So Bring came up like, out of nowhere, like, let me just write it. So I started writing it with Bring. It sounded really good. And then the 183 is when I was in high school and I was starting graffiti, people said like I had like 183 style. That was a number that somebody came up, so I liked the ring to it, so I kept both of them together and it became Bring 183. But when I was writing on the subways, I just wanted like, just to write it a little bit more quicker. So I took the first letter and the last letter, B and the G, and put it together. And I stuck with 183 and just kept writing and Bring BG 183. And that's, became my name from, for 30 years now. My style of graffiti is basically, it's a style of mostly everything, like from wild style to simple style to painting faces to doing background. So I could do it all because before I became a graffiti artist, I was an artist. Like I drew since I was a little kid. So I really wanted to master the art. So, but graffiti was the only art form that was never taught in school, so that I got open on it. So that's why when I took graffiti, I took it more like it was like art related. So I just loved it and I just kept doing it. And I took it to that next level because when people started saying to me, can you do this type of letters? I went home and I practiced every day. Can you do faces with spray pen? I like when I started using spray can, like learning different techniques. So like basically nobody could really teach you how to use can control. You really had to go out there and really do it. So I was fortunate that I could pick it up by myself and continue doing that. The way I met TATS CRU was through, through Bio. One time, me and Bio, actually, I didn't know Bio. Bio was actually going to like a regular PE gym class. I had like weight training, and so one day I ran into Bio, and he was like going into his locker. And that day I didn't bring my locker to to put my clothes in. So I saw this one guy. I said, yo, excuse me, can I put my clothes in your locker? He looked at me like, can I trust this guy? And then next thing you know, I'm putting my clothes there. It's only for today, I told him. And then the next day, I saw him again. I said, damn, I forgot my locker again. So, during that time, we had no money. So, to get money from my mom was really hard. So I couldn't really afford a locker. So I asked him again, yo, can I use your locker for, to put my clothes in? He said, yeah, fine, no problem. And then the next day, he was nowhere to be found. Like, I think he hid from me. I think I don't want to mess with this guy no more. And then when I go into art class, the guy that I see in front of me was Bio. I said, yo, I know you. But he was trying to hide from me. Like, he was going like this, hiding his paper. And I said, that's you, right? And then we started talking, and then I saw some, like, he was doing like some graffiti. I said, oh, that's nice, graffiti, that's cool. So, from there, like, I just kept writing from there, and then it became history. And then I met Bio through there, and Bio said he was writing graffiti for a while. And then he introduced me to Brim, and then after that I met Mac, and then from there we met Nicer, during that time. And then we started like really going to that next level of really bombing, like, really taking our name and doing our name on the subways every day. So I used to go by myself to, just to do throw-ups. The first thing you had to learn is how to do throw-up. And so, I did like a simple B, and then the G, I just wanted to do like a small G, but I thought the small G was cool. So I just started doing my small G. So I did a throw-up. And then with that, I started, writing my name. And because during that time, not everybody want to go up with somebody that don't know how to write. Like if you like a new guy, nobody really want to talk or really deal with a new guy. Like, I don't want to deal with him. He's a new guy. He don't know how to write. He's still learning. I didn't have no fame. I just started. I was considered a toy. So that time I just started like really going up by myself, like really going to do it. And then next thing you know, I just, was saying, "Yo, Bio, let's do this." And Bio said, "Hey," and then we started bombing with Bio. Then after that, we became like really like partners with each other. So we started like doing like subways together, doing like walls, like handball courts, and everything else down the line. And then after that, I just started like doing it. And then next thing you know, I was getting upset because I couldn't see the damage I was doing on the subways. I used to look for like 10, 20 minutes, seeing all the trains go by, and nothing. Then somebody told me, if you're not seeing it, somebody else is seeing it. So, like, don't worry about it. You got it. Like, if you're really doing trains, if you're not seeing it, it's because the train is, somebody else is seeing it. Or no, it's on the opposite side, and that's why you can't see it. So, I said, that's cool. Then I just kept on. And after like maybe like 3 weeks to 4 weeks later, I started seeing like one or two. And then when you kept on like a couple months after doing the bombing, then you start seeing your name all over the place. And then after that, people start talking about you. Oh, there's a new guy writing. He's writing, BG, and then like now a lot of people like talking about more like in the high school year, like when we go back to high school, and there's a group of guys that always writing graffiti, like they're doing like the inside of the hallways of the school, they're doing the bathroom, they're tagging, they're street bombing, but they also graffiti that's getting up during that time. So during that time, you hanging out with them, and again, they're not giving you that extra love, but they're talking about you because now they're seeing you on the side, but they don't know that you're the person. So it became cool because nobody really knew that was me. And then, I was trying to tell them, but nobody really wanted like, but at the end of the day, they knew it was me. And then after a while, I got accepted, oh, come with us. I like your style, I like the way you do your stuff. Now I was getting like that respect that I deserve. So, but it took a while, like you really have to not say, yeah, I'm writing on the subway, and you're not really writing. You really have to go and really bomb. When you're starting out, you start walking through the elevated trains, and the first thing, the trains are old, so you start walking, you feel like the panels of the wood cracking, like you're like, oh wow, this thing's gonna break because it's so old. So you're walking through there to go into the layups that used to park on the train. So now you're hitting the trains, you're having fun, and you're bringing like 2 or 3 cans, and then after a while, you had a rack. So that was like a little mission. So, we went racking all over the place, a couple Bronx stores, the basically routine is you look around and just, first you put your t-shirt inside your pants. I see the cans won't fall, and then you just dip the cans and just put them to the side, get like at least, like 7, to like 10 cans. A lot of people could pull like more, 12, but I used to put like just enough for me to like, to get out, to the place and, have cans for me. So that was another mission. So we went on a racking mission. We saw some other writers who used to take their paint. So that was another mission we used to do. So, it was all good during that time. TATS CRU really grew into like a crew that was about a good 7 to 10 members of the crew. You had, I could repeat the members as Bio, Nicer. You had Mac, Brim, you had Ken, Sem 2, these are the guys, and Raz and Shane 125, these guys was part of the crew. And there was like time how we used to go bombing or hit train. We used to like go to like a designated area, like we would go to